If you're gonna remortgage your house, actually, your dad's house, to build a running shoe, it has to be as good as the Lone Peak 7. On this one, we're gonna review it, give you a first impression, some specs behind this shoe. But who better to do it than the man Richard from ALTRA. Richard, let's get into it. Let's talk about this shoe. We're gonna go bottom up. Being a trail shoe, you always have to look at the outsole.
Yeah.
What can we talk about in terms of the outsole and the Lone Peak 7?
Yeah, so there's a lot of new updates from the 7 to the 6, big updates. The rubber's more stickier. We use a rubber called Max Track, which is our own rubber that we develop. And the feedback we had on the 6 that it wasn't as sticky as we would have liked. So we have absolutely updated this. It's much more stickier. I've been out and tested it in the Peak District where I live, and I can definitely confirm it's a much
and there's something about these lugs that we have to talk about. What is this tech?
So you'll notice that all the lugs are multi-directional. So from the back onwards, where they're facing, if you're heel striking, they will pretty much go straight into the ground and give you the grip. And if you're landing on forefoot or you're toeing off, again, they will push right into the ground and they will shed the mud off as well. That's another important part of the lugs. We've added 4 extra lines at the back of the heel here for those who heel strike. Obviously, you'll land on the outside, and then we've added 4 extra lines at the front there for those when you're toeing off as well. So you've got that pretty much straight line, heel to toe.
Perfect. We talked about the stone guard that you've put in there as well.
Yeah.
Is that new in the 7?
No, it's the same as it was in the 6. We've had it for a few years. We modified it from previous models when we used to have it in the shape of a foot, where it now covers the whole length of the shoe, and it's denser in certain parts from where you might need it. So it's denser at the heel, and it also is denser on the ball of the big toe when you toe off. So yeah, the stone guard, it's all still in there. Very light, flexes and works with the foot, so it's not too stiff and rigid. Yeah, it's a brilliant fit to our product.
Perfect. And for those that have watched my reviews before, I've got a bias towards max cushion shoe, plushy feeling shoes, and within the Touring and the other ones, you use an Ego Max midsole. I've noticed that this says Ego, not Ego Max.
Yeah.
What's the thinking behind that?
So Ego Max is in some of our other off-road products. This one has got Ego. Ego is more responsive. It's still well cushioned, but it's more of a responsive midsole. There's obviously Ego Max is softer, it's more plush as well. So yeah, slightly different to our road shoes. We do make it a little bit more firmer because we don't want it too soft when we're running off-road, but it's a nice responsive feel to the shoe. Yeah.
Love it, love it. And then another thing, before I talk about toe box, because that's something I love about your shoes, this Velcro-y bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure the technical name of it is not the Velcro-y bit.
No, it's not. We do get asked a lot about this. So all our trail products have a Velcro strap at the back for ALTRA gaiters, which you can get, and basically the gaiter just covers the whole top of the shoe, stops mud from getting in. People use it for ultras in like deserts, places like that, where you might get sand in, things like that, bits of stone. So yeah, it's not common that a lot of people wear it, but it's there if you need it.
The other thing I would love to dwell on, ALTRA toe box.
Yes. So this shoe was pretty much where it all started for us with ALTRA. Brian Baxter, one of our founders, pretty much remortgaged his dad's house to make the first pair of ALTRA shoes. So the original Lone Peak going back 12 years, and it has the original toe box fit still, which we do now in the Lone Peak and also the Olympus.
Right. I like that. I like that. Now, is this the same as the other shoes where you've got different fits?
Yes, so with this one, the original fit is, obviously we said before, the widest. We also do this in a wide fit, in terms of that we go wider on the width here at this part of the shoe. So we do them in the what we'd call 2E in men's and D fit in women's. So this shoe accommodates everyone. There's not one person this shoe will not accommodate.
Perfect. One more thing to talk about that even I'm qualified to comment on is the tongue. I love that it's gusseted, attached to the uppers, giving your foot that firm hold, and I think that's a very nice touch. But speaking about the uppers, let's talk about the changes you've made to the uppers compared to the 6.
Yeah, absolutely. We've gone for a much better fit on the upper.
It looks better.
It does, yeah. It's a much better fit. The first thing people notice is the toe-to-tongue fit down the centre. We've not gone tight, we've just tried to streamline it better, so we're not, again, it's not too baggy around the middle part.
Right.
Some of the feedback we got from previous models. So we've gone to a seamless upper to do that as well. So it still allows the water to flush out, actually holds the water off for a bit as well, it stays relatively dry, but ultimately it wicks off quicker, and it's ultimately a better fit. It stretches with the foot a little bit more. The other thing people will notice as well when they try the shoe on is it has a really nice midfoot fit. So what we've done is we've put more print lines here on the outside of the shoe.
Right. I'm trying to do a bit more trail, get out there, and I might just get myself one of these, and I will do my first impression on my first run. I'll see you on the next one.
When you feel the vibe go.